Hi friend, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and in this video we're going to take a look at unboxing and look at the physical features of the Gamma LED Vision Borealis RC. So the Borealis is one of my favorite moving wash fixtures. Why do I like the Borealis? So I like the Borealis because it's just a really no-nonsense wash light. It works great, it looks great, and the price from Gamma is really good. I mean, we're talking like 60 to, it's about, say 30% to 40% less than comparable models on the market for a very similar fixture. That's why I like it. So let's look at what's in the box. We open it up. First thing we see on the top, right in the foam here, is some clamp brackets. So these are a typical Omega clamp bracket. If you're not familiar, they'll go on the bottom of the light. We'll insert a clamp here and then be able to clamp that onto a pipe or truss. There are two of those. We'll look into what I like and don't like about those in a few minutes. And then you got power cable, locking power con style cable, and a DMX cable. So this is crazy. Okay, so the one thing Gamma does that I've never seen any other manufacturer do is they have the policy of sending a free DMX cable with every light. It's usually a 1 meter or 2 meter cable. It varies by model, but just assume it's a 1 meter and you'll be good. Okay, 3-pin DMX cable. And I asked them about it a couple years ago when we first started working together and I saw their products. And they told me, David, we want to make sure that the customer, when they get the light, has everything they need to make it work. So we give them a cable. And hey, it's included, it's free. You just saved yourself, what, $7 or $10, on a DMX cable? Why not? All right. Pull off the top foam. We can see it's a pretty typical cardboard box. I know Gamma will be redoing their boxes. They've told me to have a little bit nicer packaging with a link to the manual, so you can find it on their website. Pretty typical, foam case. It's got space for the fixture to fit inside. Toss that over there. And then we've got the fixture in a bag, pretty typical for a moving light of this size. We'll pull this guy out. Weight and stuff is listed in the manual. I think it's about 30, is it 30 pounds, 30 pounds, very typical for this type of unit. It is a pancake wash, as they're known in the industry, meaning that it has a front LED lens that has 19 by 15 LEDs. Now, I don't mention prices. I mentioned before that it's really great in price. It tends to be 30 to 40% less than a lot of the other comparable models on the market. And I don't mention price on YouTube just because, especially with the current tariff situation, the current importing situation, and just as time goes on, if I say a price on this channel and then inflation kicks in, the price of components continues to rise, and it costs more, you won't be happy, right? But that's just the reality. What we paid for lights 5 years ago is, we pay more now, right? For the generally the same tier of thing. So there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't mention it here because prices are always changing. Okay, so on the front, 19 by 15 watt LEDs, RGBW, so red, green, blue, and white. And it zooms about 10 to 60 degrees, and we'll show that off in the second video. Okay, casing wise, it's really not a bad quality fixture. It's got a decent grade plastic. The base is metal. Plastic on the sides. It's got a pretty typical LCD screen, 4 buttons and an OK. Awesome. On the other side, we've got a power con in and through. We have a fuse holder, power switch. I'm not always a big fan of power switches on lights, but whatever. It's a DMX 3-pin in and out. Gamma logo on the base, very subtle. And also on the side, also very subtle, not over the top. It's not going to be distracting, etc. Okay, let's look at those clamps. So, as mentioned, it comes with the Omega brackets to go on the bottom of the fixture. Now, there are a few things I like about the clamps on this unit. Okay, you should be able to see that there. Clamps can go either way. Okay, sometimes you find a light in this class. In particular, I installed a slightly more expensive light a few months ago at a venue. They had slightly different needs, and what I did was I wanted to hang it. I was hanging it this way. Okay, the clamps were good. They were on this way. And then I wanted to turn it, okay? And the clamps actually couldn't turn to go the other way, to hang the light in the other orientation, which drove me crazy. They were like, just like half an inch off. And I was like, come on, manufacturer X, because I'm not going to mention their name here. It was it was a good manufacturer. You know, why did you not include a way for us to turn the fixture if we need the cables or the LCD to sit the other way? I like it when clamps can go either way, and on this fixture, that is the case. There's also a safety attachment point in the middle, so you don't have to use the handles. More often than not, handles aren't technically rated to be a safety cable point, though on some fixtures, such as Verilight models, certain ones, they are supposed to use the handles as a safety, but in this case, there is a safety cable attachment point. All right. Hopping up, there's two fans in this unit that I could find externally. There's one on the side that vents the base, which is typically where your power stuff is located. And then there's one on the head to keep the LEDs cool. Both variable speed controlled. Now that we've unboxed this, I'm going to go hook it up to a console, get some control, and run you through the features of the Borealis.